Hello and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Lola, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Lola's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give the puppies while we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he'll keep most of that leash folded in his right hand, which leaves the left hand free to give a correction. The correction, if needed, is just a slight tug and release on your training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that you're using. You'll want to keep that collar high up behind Lola's ears, and that will give you the most control over her. You'll notice that Lola is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. The first command that we are going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Lola, heel. You'll notice that she's been trained to walk very nicely on your left at your pace, so there should be no lagging behind or pulling forward, and incorporated into the heel exercise is an automatic sit. So anytime you stop moving your feet, Lola should be seated nicely on your left, waiting for her next command. It's important to praise Lola, keep her motivated and interested in the training. Nice automatic sit. Fred's now going to demonstrate the stay command. Stay is a hand and a voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm and the one-word firm command to stay. You're going to want to make your sit stays relatively short in the beginning, but build up her ability to stay for longer periods of time. When Fred returns back to Lola, he's going to walk all the way around, and Lola should remain seated until she receives praise or another command. Very nicely done. We're going to run through the heel, the sit, and the stay again for you. We recommend that you incorporate all of these new commands into your daily life, but we also ask that you set aside about 10 minutes a day to run through the commands in a formal session such as this video. This time, instead of demonstrating this time Fred will demonstrate the recall or the come on command. The command is Lola, come, and she's been trained to come in and sit nicely right in front of you. And then she will return back to heel position with a nice automatic sit. And we will demonstrate the recall or the come on command again. You're going to leave Lola in a sit stay. Oops. And then back to heel position. She got distracted because I got up off of my stool, but as long as she completes the command, that's all that matters. Very good job. The next command that we'll demonstrate is the down command. Anytime you give Lola the down command, you want to have her seated first, and you're going to use the open flat of your left palm and the one-word firm command to down. Very nicely done. As with the sit stays, you want to make your down stays relatively short in the beginning, but build up her ability to stay for longer periods of time. This is a great exercise to help develop her maturity and self-control, so practice this often, especially right in your home. When Fred returns back, Lola should remain lying down until she receives praise or another command. Very nicely done. And we will set up to show you down from a heel position again. The obedience training is a great mental workout for Lola, so if there's a time of day where she's especially excitable, that's when you're going to want to put your training equipment on and run through the commands. It definitely will help tire her out. Fred's leaving her in another down stay, and this time instead of returning back, he will call her in. She comes in and sits nicely right in front. Good job. She keeps wanting to look at me. The next command that we're going to demonstrate is down from a heel position. Fred is leaving Lola in a sit stay. I'm sorry, did I say down from a distance? And Fred is going to use his right hand to give her the down command from the end of the training leash. Very good job. These are all the formal obedience commands that Lola has learned while she's been at school with us. It's been such a pleasure having her. She is such a sweet girl. We ask that you keep us posted on how she's doing when she's back home with you, and we also ask that you call and schedule a follow-up lesson if needed. And we thank you so much for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainers.